We all claim we want a trustworthy partner, but our ATEEZ biases usually tell a different story. Today we are doing a deep dive into the psychology of trust. Is your bias a symbol of reliability? Or are you subconsciously attracted to unpredictability because it's the only thing that feels familiar? By the end of this fucking video, that's totally false because I'm crazy, we are what? We are going to map your bias choice to your history with betrayal and past relationships. If you've ever wondered why you keep getting blindsided in your dating life or friendship or whatever, the answer is sitting right on your face. No, I didn't. No. The answer is sitting right in your photo card collection. Just get your photo card collection and look at that man. Look at that man who could be ruining your life. Okay. And by the 12-minute mark, I'm going to reveal the betrayal paradox. I know, like, this is like homework. The reason why some of you are actually scared of the reliable members and keep returning back to the unpredictable ones. Okay, in this set we have the pillars of reliability. Let's see who's in this part. There are no timestamps, so you gotta listen to all of them. Okay, let's go. Yunho, the consistent anchor. Yunho represents total stability. If he is your bias, you likely experienced a childhood or a past relationship where the rug was pulled out from under you. You chose him because you are exhausted by drama. Here's the red flag, though. I mean, come on, here we go. You might be settling for safe because you're too traumatized to handle passion. And I'm double biased with him, and this kind of hurts my own feelings. And I don't want to say I go off my own experiences in life and then I put them into the script, but I also like to be very self-deprecating because I'm not perfect. I'm never going to write anything as a perfect anything in any of these scripts. But in any event, I just want to drag you. So if you want to get dragged more, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and all the things. All right, quick little question to ask you, then we will move on to the next member. Do you equate calm with boredom? And I'm only asking this because I want to know how toxic you are. Do you equate calm with boredom? All right, let's move on to the next member in this trifecta. Sangwa, the duty protector. Sangwa represents the trust of action. He does the work. If you bias him, because I do, you have likely been let down by people who made big promises but never showed up. You trust him because he feels like he wouldn't fail you. The red flag. Of course, there's always a red flag. I mean, why the fuck not? You have a toxic need for your partner to be perfect, so you don't have to worry about them slipping up. Okay, let me just be real with you for a second. I don't trust people, okay? When you are in a relationship, when I am in a relationship, I need to know everything that this person is doing. I'm not going to say that I would put a tracker on them, but I would put a tracker on them. All right, I'm going to drag you for the filth for a little bit of time, like less than 5 seconds. Who promised you security and failed to deliver? Share it down below. I know, it's giving insecure and I don't really care. Sometimes I need to know that people have boundaries and vice versa, but never mind. Actually, that's Jongho, so let's wrap up this trio. Jongho, the boundaried rock. Trust with Jongho is about boundaries. If you bias him, you probably come from a background of overshares. Let me explain this to you more. Or people who didn't respect your space. You trust his stoicism. That means you can't read anything that's happening on his face. This man is just, he a brick wall. He a whole brick wall. But the red flag, because not all flags are green. And don't be colorblind either. You might be using his walls as an excuse to keep your own walls up. You don't want trust, you want distance. All right, we learned a lot about boundaries from the Magne, but let me ask you this question really quick, and please share it down below and see if other ATEEZ feel the exact same way. What does healthy closeness look like to you? Now that you have boundaries, what does closeness look like to you now? All right, we're gonna move on to the spicy members really, really quick, but are you healed or are you just tired? Now, what is the difference between this? Healed means you accept everything, you're ready to move on and all of the things, or are you just tired? That means you gave the fuck up. You gave the fuck up. Which one are you? Did you give the fuck up or did you actually heal yourself? And I know that was a lot to take in, but let's just move on to part 2. And this is the allure of unpredictability. Who do you think? Who do you think is in this section? Let's get into them. San, the emotional adrenaline. San is the peak of unpredictability. On stage, he is a different person. If you bias him, your trust blueprint is cracked. You want him to crack you. You've been conditioned to think that if someone isn't intense, they don't care. You mistake the highs and lows for deep trust. All right, we all love a little adrenaline, but why do we need to have it in our relationship? Answer this question really quick, my lovely little pudding. When did intensity start feeling like proof of love? You know how relationships could be really hot and fiery. Does that make you excited? Is that why you pick San? Answer it down below, baby. Now on to Mr. Fixer, Song Mingi, the misunderstood variable. Biasing Mingi suggests a history of the fixer. Shit. Hold on, let me start this again. I'm not editing this out for you, okay? Mingi, the misunderstood variable. Biasing Song Mingi suggests a history of the fixer trust. You trust that you are the only one who truly sees him or them or whoever you're in a relationship, friendship, family ship, what? Any of the ships, just whatever. This is a red flag. Hello. For betrayal karma. You trust people who are projects because it gives you a sense of control over when they might leave. If this isn't the most insecure thing I've ever read in my life, and I don't know what to tell you. Like, I would ask for you to hold my hand, but you may not even trust that. And you'd let go of my hand, and I'd feel sad, and it would just be like way too much to deal with. Let's move on. Let's just move on. I know Mingi is like, very strong at all the things. Like, he's a big guy, but do you feel safest when you are needed? Answer the question. I really am curious about what you are going to say. Uyang, the social risk. Uyang represents the fear of being replaced. If you bias the most social, outgoing member, you are testing yourself. You are subconsciously trying to prove that you can be the most important person to someone who belongs to everyone. It's a trust test you're set up to fail. All right, Wammies, just hold my hand really quick. When did love become something you had to compete for? Personally, I think this is very, very sad because you like a person, right? And the person that you like someone else. Like, do you compete for that love or do you just give up? Share it down below, please, baby. Now, the last two I kind of grouped together, and you probably can guess who they are. And I'm not saying that they are exactly the same, but they have some similarities in my opinion. But let me know down below if I'm totally spot on or not. Remember, I'm not a therapist, psychologist, counselor, or any of the things. I'm just a lady on the internet who is an 18-y just like you, and I'm just making up stuff for entertainment. Okay, let's go. Kim Hong-joon and Kang Yo-sung, the selective trust. These two represent conditional trust. They are selective with who they let in, and you could just tell by looking at these guys. I mean, we're not getting in. We're not getting in. We want them to get into us, but we're not getting into them. That's just not happening. So if you bias these two men's, you have a toxic need to be chosen. You don't trust people who are nice to everyone, okay? You only trust people who are cold to the world, but warm to you. Oh, do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? Just say it out loud. No, that's wrong. That's also wrong. Here's the answer. Here's the answer. That is a dangerous game of specialness. Do you want to be special? Are you special? Do you want to be the center of everyone's world, but not really the center of their world? You just want to feel like they look at you first, like you are above everyone else in their world? Do you want to be their sun? I mean, like sun, like S-U-N, like the bright thing in the sky that has like the solar system around it. Is that what you want? Huh? Is that what you want? All right, this is a double drag with Hongjoon and Yosong, but what would it mean to be chosen without proving yourself? I don't want you to do tricks all over the place to have someone pick you. I know it sounds kind of similar to Uyang, but it's very, very different. So what would it mean to be chosen without proving yourself? All right, here's the big reveal, and it's before 12 minutes, but whatever. But I kind of read the script like really fast. Why do so many of you avoid the reliable members? Let me just go over them again, just in case you like weren't paying attention. Yunho, Sanghwa, and Jongho. If any of them are your bias or your, I don't want to say bias wrecker, but I guess we'll just put that all in the same category. And the unpredictable members, the more spicy members, are San, Mingi, Wooyoung, Hongjun, and Yosun. So let's just see what is wrong with you. So why do so many of you avoid the reliable members? Yunho, Sanghwa, and Jongho. Now, I want the reliable members. I really do. But the unpredictable ones kind of seem kind of fun. But anyway, so we're chasing the unpredictable ones, San, Mingi, and the other ones. It's called the betrayal paradox. Now, here's the logic behind this. Probably this isn't logical, honestly. If a reliable person betrays you, it destroys your world. You put so much trust in them and they stabbed you in the back or they let you down in some sort of way. And you're just like, I was supposed to trust you. But if an unreliable person betrays you, you expected it. You're like, I'm not even shocked. I'm not even shocked that you did that. So you're choosing unreliable biases because it's safer for your heart to be right about a red flag than to be wrong about a green flag. All right, the last question, just to wrap everything up, and I need to just do like a full drag because I read your diary and I really want to be there for you. I really do. Okay, so which one hurts more? Unexpected betrayal or expected disappointment? This is going to tell me everything I need to know about you, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, but let me ask you this again. Which hurts more? Unexpected betrayal or expected disappointment? Answer it down below. I'm super duper curious, okay? We need to get our lives together. You and me are so silly. We're in our silly goose era. So just look at your dating history. Look at your friendship history. Look at your family history. Look at all the histories. Are you choosing chaos because you're actually terrified of stability? You know what? Yes. I would say yes, we are. So comment exposed and tell me, are you chasing reliability or are you addicted to the risk? The summary of all of this BS, trust isn't about knowing what someone will do. It's about being okay even if they don't do it. Your bias is just a mirror of your current state of healing. If this fucking video hit a nerve, you need to watch my analysis of your ATEEZ bias in your inner child. I'll link it up above, or maybe some other video. I will surprise you. That's where we're going to get into some more dragging of you and where you feel like, oh, she's stalking me. What's going on? Because I kind of am. Anyway, baby, if you want more videos like this to slide into you, you know, hello, I love that music video so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification again so you can get these videos inside of you. Okay, I'm gonna go. All right,